We're back. Thanks for staying with us. Joined now by William Hartman. He's the CEO of Halberd Corporation. HALB is the stock symbol. Bill, it's been a couple of years since we had you on the program. Great to have you back on the show.
Thank you, Don. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate it. I got something on the screen here. I don't know if this is there it is. Now it's erased. Okay. All right. Well, Don, you've given me 10 minutes to describe Halberd Corporation. I could take 10 hours and nonstop talking, but getting me to talk is no problem. Listen, what we're doing and what we've done is absolutely outstanding. Your listeners should turn up their dial because what I'm going to say is going to be historic. All right? Okay. Halberd Corporation started in May 2020. We're publicly traded. We're pink sheets. All right. We looked at going upscale, but it costs more money. I'd rather use the money for real R&D, and R&D is expensive. Okay. We're being financed to date through a charity. They've given us a couple of $1 million, and as charities go, that's running a little thin, and we can always use more money and partnerships. At any rate, we started with the best. We said, who's the best research organization around? We picked Arizona State University. They were ranked #1 over Stanford and others. And we said, great, let's start with ASU. We then decided, where are we going to go once we do the work at ASU? We're going to create antibodies and we're going to clone them with nanoparticles. And we're going to use this in disease treatment extracorporeally. What does that mean? Outside the body. Okay. Now, why is that important? Well, I love to watch the commercials at night for a simple thing like a skin rash or whatever. And possible side effects, blindness, kidney failure, stroke, heart attack, death. But other than that, they're great. I hate this. But anyway, I have to kill it. But at any rate, don't have an administrator right now to help me. But anyway, so at any rate, we said, look, let's treat body diseases extracorporeally. And frankly, we believe we can treat a lot of diseases that heretofore have been ranked incurable. And we're going to describe more in just a minute. So we picked ASU. And we wanted then to eradicate these cloned antibodies once they've attracted to the antigens. And we decided to use a computer, a laser, and a computerized laser formulation. And at any rate, we picked Youngstown State University, my old alma mater. They're within about 30 miles of me, driving distance. So I'm an adjunct professor there, have a parking spot right up next to the building, and I go over there quite frequently. And we're adding Mississippi State University shortly. But at any rate, our extracorporeal treatment successes to date, we have 4 issued patents and 22 pending patents. We're, again, publicly traded, pink sheets. We have international connections. We have representatives in Brazil, South Korea, and Germany. We started with cancer in a prior company, and basically I cherry-picked and took the best of the people and the best of the technology, and I brought them over to Halberd Corporation. That work, by the way, some of that work we did animal testing with 72 mice the first time, 90 mice the second time, written up twice by the American Association for Cancer Research and once by the British Journal of Cancer. That's come around full turn now. A group in one of the states, and I won't reveal who, is decided they're very interested in what we've accomplished. We were able to eradicate using antibodies, the cancer antigens associated with breast cancer and others. So that's coming back around full term, Don. We started in May of 2020 on COVID. Everybody was working on COVID. We developed an antibody. So did a lot of the big guys. We tested ours versus the antibodies from the other big guys, and we were the only one that had affinity for COVID and all of its variants, and testing was done recently. We also had an antibody that fluoresced in direct proportion to the viral load. It wasn't yes or no, you have it. It was what degree you have. And we thought that was outstanding. We patented it. It didn't really go anywhere. So I made a decision. That said, we're going to go where the big guys aren't. We can't compete where the big guys are competing. Let's go where they've failed and we can succeed, and where they've failed or they're not working at all. And we decided that was in neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, etc. There virtually is no effective treatment for Alzheimer's disease. We selected 11 of the target antigens associated with Alzheimer's disease. And we said, let's see if we can eradicate these from cerebrospinal fluid at Youngstown State University. We did that, all 11. And we did this with the laser treatment within 10 minutes or less. That's huge. And we thought for sure we're going to get a lot of reaction out of this. Didn't really fly. Now, we don't have the money to take it through the FDA. So what we did was, okay, let's see. Some of these same antigens are associated with PTSD, suicidal ideation. Maybe the military is interested in that. That's a project that we have right now. We were trying to get a military contract, and we're working with a group in the military to try and bring that about. That's huge. You see, I get a lot of telephone calls, and I just have to try and erase them. Let's see, traumatic brain injury was one of the areas we're working on, PTSD. That is real. And again, of course, that's a pending government contract. We're also working on another, attempting to get a government contract with the therapeutic lozenge. And this actually reduces pain and also works somewhat. This is a patented combination of medications that we have. These medications were approved by the FDA some 50 years ago, but in combination, we have the patent. And we're working on that one to try and make that happen with the military. We're also working on a nasal spray. Now, the nasal spray has three principal ingredients. That stops brain swelling, and an antibody that is, again, proprietary and patent pending for Halberd Corporation. And you take this nasal spray, and it stops the cascade of events that lead to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, like Parkinson's, like epilepsy. This could be of great interest to the NFL, NHL, and the military. And we have a white paper just this morning. It's being presented to the military. We're working our last event. We decided that since we've eliminated viruses, using our process, eliminated inflammatory cytokines, and excitatory neurotransmitter glutamate. We said, let's try and eliminate and eradicate antibiotic resistant bacteria and fungi. And we've contacted the CDC. They sent us multiple strains of antibiotic resistant bacteria and fungi. And the good news, Don, is we have been successful in the laboratory in eradicating these in 10 minutes or less. In
Wow.
fact, not only single bacteria, but multiples, 4 at a time. And the same thing with the fungi. This is commonly referred to as Candida auris, and it's deadly. And so the bottom line is we have a meeting with the CDC to report the fact at that time that we've been successful in eradicating all of them. And then why do I say that with confidence? Because we've eradicated about half of them so far within 10 minutes or less, not even a contest. So we think this is really big. Now, why are we working on multiple areas? It's real simple. As a small company, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You've got to have multiples. And we believe that, frankly, seeking partnership with bigger pharmaceutical companies and or the military. Military is really or the government is really what we're going after right now with a passion. This is huge, and soon we expect to be able to make an announcement in that regard. So,
well, Bill, I've got to
stay
stop
tuned.
you. I've got to stop you right there. I'm going to arbitrarily refer to this as part one.
Part one.
Well, part two very soon, but tremendous progress since we last spoke to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Don. Don, your audience are among the most sophisticated, and they know a real bargain, a real technology company when they see it. And Halberd is that. Thank you very much.